Macabre, Louisiana, Topton Town, April 14th, 1931. The morning after the worst storm in nearly a decade, the town awoke to the sound of dripping eaves, the smell of wet soil, and the groan of broken porch steps. Debris lay scattered, gardens turned to muddy ruin. That's when they saw him. He came walking barefoot from the East Trail. And a stranger, a man of about 33, dark-skinned, lean but solid, with a wide hat pulled low, and a shovel slung across his back like a soldier's rifle. No one saw where it had come from. No one asked. He stopped, started clearing fallen branches from the church fence without being told. "Name is Elijah," he said with a small, closed-mouthed smile. He took only half a slice of cornbread, wrapped it, and whispered, "Thank you," before returning to pull weeds. When Deacon Richards asked his charge, Elijah looked up, blinked, and said, "I don't. I just like quiet work." His voice, soft, flat, final, made even the deacon nod slowly. Before continuing, this chilling true story reveals a dark secret buried in the very soil of a quiet town. Have you ever wondered what truly lurks beneath the surface of seemingly peaceful communities? What horrific truths are ignored when convenience trumps conscience? If you're ready to unravel one of history's most disturbing true crime stories, where the line between care and cruelty blurs, subscribe to our channel now. Turn on the bell, because some stories are buried for a reason. Comment 777 below if you dare unearth this unbelievable true crime. Your support helps us bring these chilling facts to light. Back to history. He stopped, started clearing fallen branches from the church vessel without being told. His hands, weathered and strong, moved with purpose as he meticulously gathered each broken piece. The morning sun cast a soft glow on his features, revealing a sense of tranquility amidst the chaos left by the storm. The townspeople watched in awe as this mysterious stranger transformed the debris into neat piles, the silent undersinging passing through their glances. The sun was setting on Bel Air, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, casting a warm glow over the town. Elijah's hands, weathered from hard work, moved with a grace that belied his strength as he diligently repaired the broken porches. With each swing of his hammer, loose boards found their place again, the creaking wood a symphony of restoration. The townspeople gathered to watch in silent admiration as this enigmatic figure brought new life to homes ravaged by the recent storm. His eyes, deep and contemplative, surveyed his work with a quiet satisfaction that spoke volumes without uttering a word. Elijah watched people differently than most. It was just their acts he observed. He listened for the subtleties in their voices, the nuances that pierced the calm like a blade. As he went about his work in the town of Bel Air, his keen ears picked up on the cadence of speech, the timbre of laughter, the tone of scolding. To him, each voice carried a story, the hidden truth waiting to be unraveled. That's how he first noticed Miss Clarine, her words sharp and biting as she moved through the day, while others saw her as merely a loud presence. Elijah saw deeper. He saw a woman whose voice betrayed her inner turmoil, whose words were a shield against vulnerability. And so, he pruned hydrangeas under the watchful gaze of the townsfolk. Elijah whispered to the soil around him. Some voices were never meant to last. His understanding of people went beyond mere observation. It was an intuition, a connection to something primal and unspoken. That night, the moon rose high in the sky, casting the silvery glow over Bel Air. Elijah's dreams were haunted by whispers carried on the wind. In his restless slumber, he found himself transported to a realm where the voices he had noted during the day echoed like ghostly reminders of past conversations. Each whisper carried a weight that tugged at his soul, urging him to decipher their hidden meanings. Shadows danced on the walls of his makeshift dwelling, weaving tales of forgotten secrets and buried truths. His hand reached out in his sleep, fingers brushing against the leather-bound notebook that held cryptic entries about the townspeople's voices. As dawn approached, Elijah awoke with a start, the echoes of his dream still lingering in the corners of his mind, like wisps of smoke fading into daylight. As noite embelare, eran diferentes desde a chegada de Elijah. En cuanto a mayoría dormía, ele permanecía acordado, inmerso na escuridão da madrugada, envolvido pela quietud que só os noturnos conhecem. Seu trabalho durante o dia era apenas uma parte de sua presença na cidade. When the moonlight tined to the empty streets with his silver shine, Elijah emerged from his humble dwelling around the church and ventured into the silent alleys. A luz tenue das estrellas, ele parecía un espectro deslizando entre casas adormecidas como una sombra benevolente. Sus pasos eran quasi inaudibles, sua figura solene contrastando con a paz nocturna que ele propio parecía personificar. While all rested in their comfortable beds, Elijah walked the streets in search of something he would never reveal, an unknown purpose that impelled him to unravel the hidden secrets in the light of day. Elijah believed that peace came from silence, and that each garden needed kind care to thrive. As his agile hands found every root gently, he whispered words of affection under his breath, as if weaving a tale to the plants and flowers around him. His deep and penetrating eyes seemed to read the secrets buried in the ground, while his skilled fingers caressed the leaves with an unusual tenderness. The wind seemed to dance around him, bringing with it murmurs of gratitude of the plants and creatures that witnessed his night work. Behind the apparent simplicity of his gardening tasks, there was a mystical connection between Elijah and earth, a connection that transcended human understanding and manifested in the exuberance of the landscapes he played. The morning after Elijah had silently observed Miss Clarin's every move, he woke up with a sense of urgency that tugged at his core. The air felt heavy, laden with unspoken words and buried resentments. As he stepped outside his makeshift dwelling, the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues apricot and rose, casting a surreal glow over the town. Elijah's steps were deliberate, his gaze fixed on Clarine's house in the distance. Each breath he took seemed to carry the weight of the demanding task ahead. I turned from time to time. With a steady hand and unwavering determination, he approached the overgrown corner where weeds tangled like forgotten memories. Kneeling down, he traced the contours of the soil with reverence, as if communing with ancient spirit that lay dormant beneath the earth. His fingers moved with purpose, unearthing a hidden truth, thished through the roots and etched in the rustling leaves. In that moment, Elijah understood that some voices were meant to be silenced, not by force, but by gentle guidance back to the embrace of Mother Earth. The night was heavy with the scent of jasmine and damp earth as Elijah worked tirelessly under the watchful gaze of the moon. The air was thick with anticipation, silent witness to the ritual unfolding in the darkness. Each movement of Elijah's hands seemed choreographed by an unseen force, guided by ancient wisdom that pulsed through histovines. As he dug deeper into the soft soil, his shovel carving through layers of history and hidden paths, the sense of solemn purpose filled the air. The night creatures, usually vocal in their nocturnal symphony, fell silent as if paying homage to the moved with such reverence and precision. With each scoop of earth removed, the whispered prayer escaped Elijah's lips, the plea forgiveness and understanding from the earth itself. By the time the hole rooted waist deep, it seemed as though an invisible veil had descended upon Belair, enveloped it in a shroud of mystery and reverence. The scent that rose from the freshly turned soil was not just sweet, it was heavy with meaning, purpose, tangible reminder of the cycle of life and death that bound all living things together. The stars sparkled in the night sky of Belair, shed a soft light on the silent garden where Elijah worked tirelessly. Each movement was needed, each gesture calculated as he prepared the sacred soil to receive the new guest. The atmosphere was impregnated with a solemn and mystical air, as if the ancient spirits of the earth were present to witness the unfolding ritual. As night was moving, Elijah plunged into a state of communion with nature, his agile hands caressing the earth as if weaving a new narrative in the roots of the sleeping plants. The aroma of the newly medium mingled with the perfume of the night flowers, creating a symphony of fragrances that danced in the night breeze. Finally, when planting the lily bulb in the center of the newly prepared garden, Elijah did not pour tears or smile. Instead, he surrendered to the stillness of the night, absorbing the serene energy that flowed from the earth under his feet. With the night involving Belair in a cloak of darkness, Elijah remained before the garden where he had planted the lily with a silent reverence. The brightness of the moon smoothly illuminated the newly worked soil, revealing the soft contours of the sleeping flowers. Each petal seemed to breathe in harmony with the night wind, a sigh of life that echoed beyond the visible. As he sat with cross-legged, the stillness of the night embraced his lonely figure, merging with the quiet essence that flowed from the earth under his bare feet. In a moment of profound connection with nature, Elijah swore he heard a fine sound emerge from the ground, a mysterious melody that mingled to the throb of life in the roots and stars above. The Gardener of Death, Louisiana hidden, serial killer, true crime, horror. This chilling true story reveals a dark secret, buried in the very soil of a quiet town. If you're ready to uncover one of history's most disturbing true crime stories, no. Nam Niamon so vanished. Anashir Da Habak. Your legacy and the next awakening, you've made it this far. Ha. Subscribe to our channel now. And it's a chance to some new talk. Nosa Hanisa Hadns.